Welcome, everybody. I'm Brent Hoskins. I serve as Executive Director of the Business Technology Association. And really, about 2 years ago, we had been recognizing for years that many members didn't know all the benefits of the association, right? So we have like 40 or 50 of them, something like that. And we were all the time running into long-term members we would mention something we did, and they said, I didn't know BTA did that. So we had this idea that what we would do is do these on a monthly basis. We've done them the last couple of years now, and we do call it BTA 101, but really it's just to kind of walk you through the website and point out some of our member benefits, comment on those, and and see if we can enlighten you, kind of give you some other ways that you could take advantage of your membership in BTA. The staff is pretty small. Myself as executive director, and Brian, as you know, is a membership sales coordinator. I see Elizabeth Marvel on the call. She serves as associate editor, but does many things related to the website, the magazine, and all of our kind of promotional materials and things related to our event, and on and on. And Valerie Briseno also on the call is our director of marketing. So there's the four of us collectively have been with the association for so I meant to update it, but it's really something like 82, 83 years as a group. I say that to say that we do know a lot of people. We have a very good understanding of the industry. And what I mean by that is if you think we can help in some way, please reach out to us. We find that we're quite often connecting dealers to vendors and dealers to dealers and responding to questions. And Brian, I know on a regular basis has asked questions about, somebody's looking for information on something or some insight into something. And if he doesn't know the answer, he'll find the answer. He's really good at that. So please feel free to lean on us at any time. So Brian, if you want to go ahead and share your screen there, should be able to do it. He's going to walk us through the website, and I'm going to forewarn Brian. I'll probably interrupt him a couple of times as we go along here to make some comments on some things.
All right. Well, we'll get started here. Welcome, everybody. Appreciate everybody being a BTA member and taking time to join us on the 101 call today. We'll get kind of right into it then. This is the BTA.org homepage. And once you get there, we ask that everybody try to set up a login for their account. Excuse me. And right up here, you just click on login. And if you don't have an account already, you just go ahead and click create one. And then you go ahead and fill out your information. Or if you don't have an account, you just click one right here and go ahead and sign up, put in the necessary information. I've already signed in as Adam Gregory, who is the BTA current president. But every time that you sign in to the BTA website, it's going to take you to the Info Hub. And if you've already been here and done everything you need to do in the Info Hub and you want to get to the BTA homepage, just over here on the left-hand side, this panel here, just click on BTA homepage and it opens up a separate window for you. And now you're at the BTA homepage again. So that's kind of the first thing there. And you can tell that you're logged in would be right up here. And like I said, I'm logged in as Adam Gregory. If anybody does have a question while I'm talking, just go ahead and yell out and we'll address the question. So once you're signed in, you're logged in as Adam, the My Info tab is the back end of BTA. And what we've got, this will show you your current contact information. So we're in here with Adam. There's the account number and all of his information, the membership. Then you can come to related businesses. And related businesses is where you can update. Now, the primary of the business would be able to access this information, but this is where you update all your company information, mailing, website, number of locations, number of employees, when the business was established, that type of information. And then if you want to add or delete individuals to your company to get the magazine or the weekly hotline, there is a limited number of office technology magazines that we send out free to the BTA members. So your company would have to decide who you would like to receive the magazine. But this is where you can add or delete individuals. And so you just come up here and click on the little action button. And if you want to get rid of them, just click delete. So it's pretty simple. So that's kind of the basic information on the back end. Now, if you're also looking for a fellow BTA member, the place to go for that would be down here to the member directory. And you can come over here and let's customize the results. And let's say we're looking for a Kia, or, let's say a Kia brother dealer. Are there any brother dealers? So you just put brother in there, click that, and then it'll pop up all the information or all the brother dealers that are in the BTA membership group. Now, a little caveat here is if they've brought in brother recently, they might not be here unless they went into the info page here and created and updated brands carried right here. So unless that's been updated, then you wouldn't see brother sitting there. But all you'd have to do is just click on the company name and you'd get the individual's name, the contact, and where they're located at. So if you're looking for somebody, the membership directory or the member directory is a good place to start. Any questions about the back end so far?
No.
Okay.
Yes, I do, Brian.
All right.
I actually just sent it in the chat. Is there a way to find dual line dealers? Like, say, for example, someone who has Sharp and Canon that you might want to talk to about dual line?
Nah, not necessarily. It's a one-time shot, John. That's
Okay.
John, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a one-time shot, so you'd have to do the brother and then the Epson. That's kind of a good point. I guess we've got the Kyocera Copystar there, but yeah, that's a good question and maybe something we can look at going forward. Having a couple put in there, but no, the right now it's a one-time shot, so you got to look it up and do it that way.
Okay. Good enough. Thank you.
All right.
Are you done?
Any other questions? Okay. So then we can just use this link right here to go to the BTA homepage, and we get off here. I'll just start. This is kind of the homepage. We've got a scrolling banner here that just gives you kind of the pertinent information that's coming up here at BTA. And as you scroll through there, we got dealer helping dealers. We put a featured benefit of the month each month right here, so you can learn more about that. The BTA 101 call is actually posted after this is over with. The BTA 101 call will be posted right here underneath the membership tab, and you just click on 101 membership. So we've got some information here on the BTA homepage. Start about us. This is overall information about BTA and the bylaws and how BTA was developed. I bring this to your attention because you can find member testimonials here. So that there's all kinds of testimonials for you. There's photo archives that we have from the years past and also video archives. So there's good information there. And then we had the BTA 90th anniversary in 2016, and we're 2 years away from our 100th. So we're all really excited about that. So we're looking forward to the 100th year of BTA, helping dealers help dealers, so to speak. Then we've got the national board of BTA. BTA is run by dealers for dealers. So all dealers like yourselves are volunteers and they help out BTA. Here's Adam Gregory. He's the BTA president. Deborah, Mike Boyle. So I show you this as well to kind of let you know that this is a great source to network with people. So if you've got a question about BTA, and I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, so a lot of these individuals are business owners and operators like yourself. So if you got a question about the business and how they're doing it, this is a great place to start. And we have also district officers. So there's the West District, the Mid-America District, and the Southeast and the East. And you just click on one of these maps and it'll show you the officers of each district. And there again, great opportunity to contact any of these people with some information that you're interested in, or if you got questions about that. And then just real quick, we'll go to the BTA headquarters staff. And so if you need to get a hold of Brent or Valerie or Elizabeth or myself, right there is the BTA staff. Okay, as you float over all these tabs here. They'll all have a drop down menu, and I'll get to individual things. But if you go over here to the benefits, you've got the benefits and this drop down here, and each section here is also located. If you just click on the member benefits tab, it'll take you to all the BTA benefits and their individual links that you can click on and access it that way. We'll just start right here with the BTA Legal Services. Bob Goldberg, for 47 years, has been the BTA Legal Counsel, and he retired as of July 1st of this year. And we're fortunate enough to have his son, Greg Goldberg, take over. So Greg is our new BTA Legal Counsel, and you can access or contact Greg through this phone number and his email. And they will help you with all types of business questions, anything to do with the business. The line that is usually drawn is if it affects the industry as a whole, the BTA Legal Services will be more beneficial to you versus if it's a landlord document or something that's just pertains to you. You could ask or request their help or Greg's help with that, but it might cost you extra money. It won't come with the dealership. So that's a good way to kind of, justify, can Goldberg help me with this? Well, if it affects the industry as a whole, then yes, like a manufacturer agreement, because there's going to be more than one Kyocera Epson dealer out there. So if you've got an issue with your manufacturer agreement, then Greg will be able to help you out with that because it affects the industry. The BTA provides sample forms and contracts that are available to all the BTA members. This is basically, you would have to sign in, make sure you're signed in to access this, but this is just kind of a table of contents that shows all the different forms that we have available. And if you just click view download, and they are Word documents that you can cut and paste. And so all you'd have to do is just click on that. You got an artificial intelligence one, you got a credit report, dealer associates, documents, employee forms, so anything from a dress code to a cell phone usage. So these are maintenance agreements. These are great cut and paste documents. And if you got a question about one of them, I would suggest you do not take it to your lawyer and say, hey, would you fix this document for me? And then send it to Greg and say, hey, Greg, how did my lawyer do? He'll say, well, your lawyer did lousy, and just keep the document that we've got because it's been BTA approved. So, but you can talk to him about dotting I's and crossing T's and that type of thing. So there's a great sample forms and transactional documents, so you can go through that and see if there's any of them that you need to go ahead and update your transactional documents at your dealership. So there's all the BTA, and there's testimonials that talk about what BTA Legal Services has done for them. I'll skip go by, but like I say, you see all these, you can just click right here and you can just go through all that. So the business support services, you got Ask the Analyst, you've got background checks, we've got a disaster grant program that people have, if you're affected by the hurricane, check out the disaster grant program. So there's that type of member benefits available to you. And one of the ones that a lot of members are finding success is the shipping and freight discount through UPS. So you can check that out and get some discounts and save some money on your shipping pricing. Let's see here. Okay, let's go down to the channel choice. Well, we got channel trends and researches. This is where we got the benchmark report. The Becky index is due to come out. There's a new Becky. And what that does is that helps you identify what a given territory looks like for your individual sales rep. So if you've got two sales reps out there that are one's doing real well, the other one isn't doing very well, well, you'd get a hold of this Becky and you'd find out that one of them has, desert land and the other's got downtown. So the Becky helps you identify and break up the territory more equally. It's been delayed recently, so we're hoping within the next month or so we'll have the new version out on the Becky. It's about right, Brent?
Actually, all of the Becky is available except for the government supplement, but we now have all of the Becky for all the states, all the MSAs, all the, by state, by zip code, by MSA. So if it's been a few years, it was 2019 since we did the last Becky. We do them every 3 years, but that darn pandemic kind of messed up our schedule. So we delayed it a few years and have just now completed it. So you could reach out to us at any time and we can provide you your state.
Okay. And then we've got the education. So you see the education classes listed there. If you come up here to the education button and just hover over them, you'll see the same information that right next to it. And I'll pick out, these are the physical workshops that we provide. ProFinance has been one of the best workshops that any business owner could attend. So that helps you to realize what good looks like in your dealership. They've got a bunch of benchmarkings, and so that's a fabulous workshop. If you're looking to get your finances in an order, attend the ProFinance workshop, and as a BTA member, you get a discount off the non-member price. And if you've already attended it, you get a 50% discount to attend again. And then we've got the webinars that we put on. So we've got e-workshops and online workshops that are available to you. BTA does 2 webinars. Building My Business webinar, which we don't have one scheduled yet, so we're working on that. But you can, what this is we'll have a industry expert kind of give you their opinion and their information on a industry topic. We try to prevent the Building My Business from becoming an infomercial, but we have another one that's called the Diversifying My Business. And that one is put on by vendors, and that is the infomercial type, where they're going to tell you about their company and give you more information that way. So that's the difference between the 2 webinars. And if you need archives of the past webinars, here's the ones for diversifying. It's a little newer feature that we've had, or resource of BTA, but you can click on that and view the video or the PowerPoint of that, or as well as the Building My Business webinar. You can go here, and I'll spend a little more time because we've gotten 250 or so odd webinars. It actually kind of broke out in 08. We started that, and so that was the first one that started. And there again, you can just click on it. There's video available to you as well. And there's a lot of good timeless information, actually. I mean, if you look through it, 5 keys to a Salesforce turnaround, keys to sales management. So there's a lot of good information that you can watch these, and the new ones are posted right here as we go.
Incidentally, while you're pausing there a moment, the question was asked, is the Becky available at the county level? And yes, it is. I failed to say that. So there's ZIP, county, state, MSA.
Okay. Yep.
Just to address that.
And it is free to the BTA member. It costs $150 per state, but with your membership, you get coupons that are promo codes. With a 1-year membership, you get one $250 promo code and one $150 promo code, so that you can apply that promo code to the Becky, so it's virtually free. If you're a 2-year member, you get promo codes that are worth $950, I think, 2 250s and 4 150 promo codes that you can use over the course of your 2-year membership. So we can do it that. Let's see, and then I'll bring this one up. The CompTIA. We provide BTA as a BTA member. If you've got some IT people that are doing a lot of the CompTIA information, and they're getting ready to do their test or their exam, you can go ahead and order, so you get a discount on the exam. So a little bit of saving some money there on that as well. Okay. Now I'll jump into the BTA scholarship And I know that we just completed the scholarship program for this year. And the checks, I think, are about ready to go out into the mail to some well-deserving students.
They've gone out. Actually,
They've
we
gone out.
mailed $32,000 in checks to about 28 people, I believe it was. You can see the list of the winners of the in the July issue of Office Technology Magazine. All the winners have been notified. It's if you haven't taken advantage of this in the past, because it's kind of the best kept secret. A lot of people don't realize we do this, but we've been offering scholarships since the late 1960s, and from the 84-85 school year, what is it, Brian? $1.8 million in scholarships we've given away. And so what I encourage people to do, the deadline every year is May 1st for the applications. So they need to be postmarked by May 1st. But on the website, and we will be posting that in the coming months if it's not there right now, but there's a poster that you can download, print out, and put in your break room. And so it really extends your benefit of being a member in the association, not just to you as the senior manager or owner, but all of your employees. And so, and what's really nice about it is sometimes students win multiple years. They can win up to their 4 years of college, and I've seen a few people do that. We do have an independent evaluator. He's a dean at a local university where we are in Kansas City, Missouri. So while we receive the applications, we turn them all over to him, and he makes all the decisions based on his review and assessment of all the applications. So the students have to write an essay, and it's based on their grades and their community involvement and their work history as while a student, and on. There are different things. So if you haven't taken advantage, pay attention to that and encourage your employees to apply. So Brian, sorry to steal all the thunder on that, but
Yeah. There's the award amounts. There's two $3,000, one $2,000, number of $1,500 and $1,000 scholarships. So, excuse me, like Brent said, the checks were $32,000 went out to probably, I don't know, 25 or so students, however you figure that amount out. So the odds and there's a lot of smart kids out there, and I don't know how many total applications we got this year, but the odds of, your student or your individual winning a scholarship is probably pretty high.
Yeah, it's not like we receive thousands of them,
Right.
but not everyone's is a winner, but we do. The odds are pretty good, to Brian's point, for sure.
Okay. And then a lot of you might not be getting the Office Technology Magazine, but under benefits down here, publication and advertising, if you don't know where your issue or you threw one away, you can find the archive or the current issue. Just click on that button there, and you can read the magazine. There was Adam. He's our new BTA president this year. So just scroll through, and then you'd have access to the OT magazine. And if you're looking for the archives, and you got the articles here that you could actually, click on and show in a PDF for that way. Okay. And I'd like to, before we run out of time here, I'd like to talk about the Dealer Helping Dealer network here. This was founded during the COVID years, or, during COVID. When COVID broke out, BTA tried to figure out a way to have everybody meet without meeting. So we started there's 3 legs to this stool. We've got questions and answers, a discussion group, and a repair network. The questions and answers is that you would just go ahead and you could submit a question to the BTA. And right here, question to Brent Hoskins or brent@bta.org. In the subject line, go Dealer Helping Dealer. And that question is sent out to the membership as a whole. And when they answer, or the question will go out, we post all the questions. And then underneath each question, there's the answers to all of them. And then once every month, we'll pick one of these questions and go ahead and put it into the Office Technology Magazine. So you'll have one of those during the magazine.
I did see a question pop up in chat. Somebody said, are those questions anonymous? Yeah, we actually do remove the name of the dealer who submitted the question, but we don't remove the name of the dealer who respond. So it is an opportunity for people to share their counsel and advice with one another. And it does appear not only on the website, but those questions also appear in Office Technology Magazine. So.
Okay. And then the next step is the discussion groups, the dealer help and dealer discussion groups. And this has been set up. I think there's 6 groups. There's 3 owners groups and 2 sales manager groups and 1 service group, I believe. And so this is some video about all those groups. And it's non-competing dealers. What we'll do is we'll set up, put you into a group, and you're freely able to discuss your best practices and ideas. Something's going on in your dealership. You don't have to worry about discussing it in front of your competition right across the street. I know Brent. This is one of his favorite deals. He coordinates all those groups.
Yes.
Talk about that,
so
Brent?
So yeah, Brian is correct. There are 3 of them that are for owners and senior management, and then the 2 for sales and 1 for service. And they are all non-competing dealerships. I make sure that when you're on a group and you're freely talking about your dealership, you're part of a group, you're not, you don't have to worry about talking to a competitor in your area. But as Brian said, this idea emerged during the pandemic, and frankly, when we first started out, that's all we were talking about, right? The challenges related to the pandemic. Now we don't ever mention it. And what I've noticed, the 2 of the groups we started in May of 2020. Some of the others we've started after that. But in fact, this week and next week, for 2 of the groups, we're having our 100th call. So it tells you how long-term this is, but also how connected the dealers are. There are a fair amount of dealers that have attended not all, but most all of the calls. We do have a couple of people that have had perfect attendance, that have been in all of them, but they do share best practices. It's very simple. I just ask people when they register, it's on Zoom, to indicate what topics or questions would you like the group to address during this call, and then we spend the hour going through them. This morning, just a few hours ago, I did the monthly call with the service managers, and so they're helping one another, and it's just awesome to see them, sharing their ideas and asking each other questions. So if you haven't been aware of that and want to learn more, reach out to me and I'll send you the list of all the participating companies, and you can figure out which group might work best for you based on your, if you see any competitors there. 2 of the groups for owners meet every other week. One of them meets on a Tuesday, one on a Thursday. And then the 3rd group for owners meets monthly. And then the sales reps or the sales management, their 2 groups meet monthly, and the service groups meet monthly. So I'd encourage you to give it some thought, because there's no fee to it. It's just part of membership. I do recognize that people don't attend every single time. I'm here every time. So, when people are able to join us, that's great. If not, we understand. But it's a great resource. And if you're not taking advantage, I encourage you to do so. So thank you, Brian, for giving me some time.
Yep,
Go ahead.
no problem. The last leg of the stool is the repair network. And we're trying to build this out. And the idea of this is there's a national account in your territory, and you need to do, or they want to do an install from, you're in Florida and they're in California, you need to do an install. The repair network is where you sign up. And so there's a BTA dealer down here, XPrint X, and he carries these brands, but he needs to do something over in California. So he'll contact this gentleman or this individual, Anderson Business. So that way you'll have a BTA member that you can trust that's available to you. So I would encourage you, when you get off the call, to just come up here and join the network. All you got to do is click here, and it's real simple to join. You click there, you complete the form, and there's just a couple questions that you need to answer. Brands carried, contact information, and you're done. So I would encourage you to do that as well. And the last thing that I'd like to bring up to you would be the Vet Tech. If you have any veterans in your organization and they're looking for some sort of resources to help the veteran, just go to the Vet Tech Resource Center there, and that'll kind of help you with some of the resources that might be available, or some people that could help out the veteran if they're looking to help out that way. With that, we're kind of done.
So I got one more thing I want to mention. I don't know if you mentioned it or not, but we just announced today, we've been working on it, but we promoted today for the first time, I believe, our next BTA Education and Networking event. It's called A Gateway to Success. It'll be held September 24th, 25th in San Antonio, Texas. So you might take a look at that. We did something a little different this time rather than having it's a keynote speaker. We kind of the money in another way. We've invited a number of dealers to serve on dealer panels. We've got one on AI. We've got one on acquiring a dealership. And take a look. I think that you will see the benefit of attending that event. We'll be promoting a lot more in the coming weeks. But does anyone have any questions of Brian or myself at this point? If not, we thank you for your time today. We didn't want to take too much of it, but we wanted to give you just a better sense of the association and the value that it brings to you. We are your employees. We work for you. You're the owners of the association, and we never forget that. We want to do whatever we can to be a good resource to you and help you out and connect you with others. Reaching out to us is really easy. Our email addresses, I always say, are the easiest in the industry. It's our first name at bta.org. So I'm Brent at bta.org and Brian at bta.org. So reach out to us anytime. We'd be glad to help you. So with that, we'll go ahead and end our call for today. Thank you, Brian, for showing us through the website. And hopefully this is valuable to you all. And we look forward to hearing from you and seeing you down the road at a BTA event.
Thank you all. Have a great day.